Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to work on day 7 and day 8, 2021 and also for 2019. So what I'm doing is I'm doing two December dailies at the same time. I'm making the one for this year and I'm making the one for 2019. And I thought that some of them I'll do a couple of days at once, and you'll find out why in a second. Well, first, this is December 7th, and my foundation pages are all done. And before I sit down and I start working, I make sure I print all my photos. I kind of count how many photos I need for that day. I look how many of them I need, that are 3x3. And then how many of them I need at 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and then I print them off. And then when I sit down and actually do the December daily, it doesn't take me that long because all the pictures are all ready. So the first picture that has the time, and then it has the weather app, because every day what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I take a picture of the weather. Well, that specific day at 2:16 in the morning, we got woken up because the electricity was flickering, and I'm talking like everything was going on and off and on, which first of all, that's really not good for your electrical stuff. So my son ran downstairs and turned off the main breaker, because for it to go on and off like that, and your TVs and computers and all that stuff to keep flashing on and off is in your fridge and all that stuff, it's not good. So and then this was at 2:20 in the morning, and then in the morning when it turned on, it woke me up again. So obviously he waited a little bit and then he flicked it on again, and then when it turned on in the morning, that's what woke me up in the morning, is when the power came back on. So that's the first two photos. I kind of took the time, and then the weather, and it says wind warning on there, and that's what we figure happened, is a tree fell on the power line, and that's why we lost power. So in that little box I put no power. The next one, the next day, or that day, but later on in the day, I was printing and cutting a whole bunch of our digital prints, and I took pictures of that. And then I was also working on organizing my digital prints. That took me a couple of days, so I think that was the last day I was putting everything nice and neat away. And then that night, we ended up making some sweet and sour meatballs. We didn't have them for supper. I've just been doing a bunch of like freezer meals and putting them in the freezer. That way we have meals as we get closer to Christmas. I also worked on a video for Patreon, and of course I worked on my December daily. And now we're going to jump to day 8 for 2021. And this one, has it's a lot of blues and turquoise. And then there was a card that had a little house, and I put home on it. And then I went for a massage that day, so that was nice. I go about once a month, not about once a month. I go once a month and have a massage. I have a really bad back, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that the job that I had for 14 years, we would stay sitting down for 12 hours, and it just kind of wrecked my back. So I still go once a month and, get her to work on my back. That night, Mason had hockey school, so I took a picture of that, a couple of pictures of him on the ice. Of course, I took a picture of the weather app. And then again, I was working on some videos, either, doing voiceovers or making videos for Patreon or YouTube, which I kind of work on every day. So the stickers that I worked or used for this page were like a deep turquoise or tempting turquoise or mint. I can't remember which one I used, but it coordinated with this page really nicely. And one thing that I found out this year, I guess, is I don't like to journal in my December daily. I'd rather just put pictures and put, you know, little stickers of what we did. Oh, another thing I did that day is I organized my completed layouts. If you can see where I put layouts, I stacked up all my layouts so they're now nice and organized. And now when I have time, I will make sure to journal on those, and then I'll put them in albums. But at least they're nice and secured and nice and stacked up. So that's going to finish for 2021. Now we're going to do 2019. We're going to do day 7 and day 8 together, because when I started looking in my album for 2019 to print the pictures, I had no photos for day 8, like none at all. And I think there's a few days in 2019 that I have no photos. So I decided to just embrace that, and I just took a peppermint with the day 8, and then I just put no photos. And then the rest of that page is going to be day 7. And like I said, there's a few days that are like that. So what I'm going to do, I think I had like 9 foundation pages that I had to do. So I'm just going to go with it, because if there's a few days that I have no pictures, that's less foundation pages that I have to do. And it's still going to be a complete album, because it's still a lot of stuff that we did in 2019. So I'm okay with it. So a couple of things that I added to this page was one of our new snow globe. And then, like I said, I added a peppermint with the date. And then I added the pictures I had bought. That's when I bought my new chair for my scrap room. I love that chair. I use it all the time in my scrapbook room. And then I got that on Amazon. And then that day we had gone to Costco. I bought everything. It might have been that year or another year, but I bought everything so I can make my own gel nails. And that day I did my gel nails. What else did we do on that day? Not too much. So I kind of just take pictures of things around the house, and then I use some tiny stickers. And this one here, I think I'm going to do a little bit of journaling. But again, it's kind of hard to do journaling for, you know, things that we did 2 years ago. So my preference is to do my December daily the same year that it happens. But I think I still don't like the journaling part. I much prefer the whole adding the little stickers. Oh, I know what that picture is at the bottom. Somebody had messaged me or put it on Facebook and said, hey, did you know that you are number 9 out of 100 for Scrapbook YouTube channel? And so I went and Googled it, and lo and behold, there I was, number 9. So I kind of took a picture of that because that was pretty cool. And I scrapbooked that. And I also made a big scrapbook layout for that too, but I put it in my December daily because that's when I found out about it. And then that last card, I didn't want to do more journaling. I didn't have any more pictures to add. So I just ended up putting some extra little stickers on there. And that's it. That's going to complete day 7 and day 8 for 2021 and also for 2019. So I might do that a little bit more because, like I said, I found quite a few days in 2019 that I don't have a lot of pictures. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.